or evening, depending on when you're listening to the show. Welcome to the Marc and Coco show. What's going on, Coco?
You have perfected your intro voice. You've been practicing that in the mirror for a while, like every day.
Yeah, well, those are industry secrets. I can't reveal my secrets.
I didn't know you were part of the industry.
Yeah, you don't tell people how the sausage is made. You just let them enjoy the sausage. Yeah.
Okay.
Let that wash over you right quick.
I don't eat meat.
You gotta ruin everything, don't you? What's going on?
How did I ruin it? How did I ruin it for you?
I'm just playing.
Plant-based sausage is washing over me. Okay.
Plant-based sausage. Yeah, you can kind of tell people how plant-based sausage is made. Well, no, you can't, because if you told them that, they'd be like, "Oh, really? No,
don't quite." Right. I'm not gonna lie, most of it is not that great that I've had. Although I hear impossible.
It's hard to replicate.
Yeah, I don't typically like meat substitutes. They just don't compare, especially if you've eaten meat before.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Although, when you come down here, we have to go to Slutty Vegan. They have the best burgers. Vegan. Everything on their menu is vegan.
And we have a restaurant called the Cul-de-sac.
The Cul-de-sac.
Yeah, and their burgers are pretty good. Their nachos are good too. All vegan.
Oh, it's all vegan? Wow.
Yeah, all vegan. But like you about to say about the Impossible Burger, I do like the Impossible Burger.
Yeah,
I do like that.
It's the closest one.
It's the closest thing out there.
Stuff in it though, so I don't tend to eat it, but maybe once a year, if that.
Yeah, but they're on the right track.
They are. But I heard their sausage that they have, because I think you can get a breakfast sandwich from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
And they use the Impossible plant-based sausage.
I heard about it, but I haven't eaten it yet. But I mean, I've been to Burger King and had several of the Impossible Burgers.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Did you like it?
Yeah, I've ordered it several times. Just
instead of the Whopper. Okay.
Yeah, I've actually done that. So you're welcome, Coco.
I don't think you did it for me.
Well, I did it mostly because of you.
Oh, really? Ooh, I'm rubbing off on you somewhat.
Man, don't get too happy.
One less cow died. Yay! Someone else ate them, though.
I didn't say I didn't get a second burger.
Wait, you got an Impossible Burger and a Whopper? That's a lot of food. I was going to say, wait, we have other things to discuss here, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gluttonous. I wouldn't do that anymore. But
yeah, there was a time.
Yeah.
But I'm doing pretty good. I had a very interesting morning. Working
do tell.
Well, for those that don't know, I'm the more spiritually grounded, experimentally open person in the family, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would say that. Yeah.
I'm a crystal toting, chakra aligning. Like, let's meditate and breathe through it person in the family. So I had a session this morning, and so she was reading like my past lives and my energies and stuff like that. So it was pretty eye-opening.
So you believe in reincarnation?
I do.
Or a version of it?
I do. I believe that we are energy, and our energy, because when we die, our spirit rather, which is energy essentially, it leaves our body and it comes back in another human form, which is like a body. So I do.
Wow. Okay.
What about
So
you?
do you? I believe that I don't know.
Mm,
Uh, I believe in God, hands down. But
yeah.
at the same time, I'm not gonna do like most people, just make up something to fill in the gaps.
Right.
I
Right.
just
Right.
say
Right.
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not gonna listen to somebody else who says I do know. No, you don't. I'm like, have you been there? Have you been there?
Yeah.
You know, don't tell me some angel name. You know, Mechalekali came and told you in your dream. No,
Like
you're
a
not that.
lie.
Yeah, you're not
Really?
that special.
Really? You don't think? I do think we have spirits around us, like ancestral guardian angels around us that
I
help
don't know.
to
I
connect us
don't know what.
to God
I
in
don't
our
know what's
being.
going on. I really don't know what's going on. So I mean, so when I die, right before I die, I already know what my thought's gonna be. My
Huh.
thought's gonna be okay. My thought's gonna be okay. Let's see what this is. That's exactly what my thought's gonna be. Let's
I
see what this
agree
is.
with you that I probably would have
Let's
the
see what
same
this is.
thought. But at least your thought is not completely like, oh, it sounds like you're open to what's going to come from it.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm not still a little bit afraid because everybody's afraid of the unknown. But
Right.
I've pretty much made my peace with it because I mean, there's nothing I can do to stop it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
it's
You're
gonna
you're
happen.
already on the
Yeah,
cycle. Yeah.
yeah. It's gonna
Already
happen.
coming.
So,
It's
but
already coming. Mm-hmm.
and paying mortgage for so many years too. That kind of makes you ready.
Oh, that was dark. That was so damn dark for
ready.
no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, clearly someone needs some
But
chakra alignments. Just saying.
but but
You need to go hug your puppy.
yeah, yeah. You'll probably hear some noises. He's in there locked up and he's not happy.
Would you be?
But no, because I took him for a walk and he just refused to use the bathroom. He just wanted to eat grass. He eats everything. He's eating rocks. He's eating mulch. He eats everything. So
Oh.
he just wanted to play. He didn't want to use the bathroom today.
Right.
So now he's in there. He's probably go poop. Probably gotta go poop.
Yeah.
Now he's mad. Like, hey, let me out. I gotta go poop. No, he was out there for half an hour, and you decided that I'm not gonna poop yet.
He wanted to
I'm gonna chew on this.
play. They
I'm
say
gonna chew on this leaf.
it takes a good 45 minutes, really, 45 minutes to an hour with a puppy to get them to release
It takes
themselves
three.
sometimes.
It takes 3 minutes
Mm,
because they gotta go.
I think I hear him whining. Or is that you whining? Or is it your chakras whining because they're out of alignment? I think it's your chakras. But I had a very eye-opening moment from a spiritual side. But that's interesting because I don't think people talk enough about these things. They're afraid to talk about them, I find.
What moment is this?
Hmm?
Or can you talk about it?
Can I talk
Or
about
do you
what?
want to? The moment.
Which
Yeah,
I had a
what
lot of
exactly?
moments. So it only information I gave her was my date of birth and where I was born. And so she went and did like different readings or what have you. It's called Akashic readings. And so she was telling me about just my energies and some blockages that I had and like tears in my energy field, and it was very much true. So one thing she was talking about was I don't even know how to say it, but So there was so much. Like I'm trying to like formulate a summary of everything that we covered because it was about an hour and a half session. But to summarize it, she was saying that I am meant to be a healer. I'm highly spiritually connected, and my purpose is to be a demonstration of how to connect and be connected in that way for people.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
But I'm sure that doesn't surprise
I
you
wonder
at all.
no. I'd be very interested to see what she says about me.
Do you want a reading?
Yeah. I mean, for
Okay, I'll
and
talk to
giggles.
her. I'll talk to
Yeah,
her and
see,
ask her if she'll do a reading for you.
because honestly, I just want to see how off she's gonna be. And it's not because I'm trying to trick her. It's just because I'm just a different kind of cat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hard to peg, as far as cold reading and all that stuff. Um, you know, I come off as a very nice person. I do.
I'm curious to know. This is what I want to know. If you do the reading with her, is I'm curious to know about your past lives, because she talks about your past lives and your karmic cycle. And so there was one that was interesting that she was saying that had a past life where I got pregnant. So my parents died, and I went to live with my grandmother, right? And I was like, I think I was like 19 or 18, and I ended up getting pregnant by some guy. Whose story does this sound like?
Yeah.
We ended up getting married. And so she was telling me that. I was like, oh, I said, well, two things have come up for me. I said, one is that my entire life of awareness around my grandmother was this messaging of like, oh, Nicole's she's probably gonna end up pregnant, just like her mother. And so that was interesting because that was something that was kind of expected that that would be my path in my life. And then I shared with her that that is actually my mother's story.
Yep.
She got pregnant. She was forced to get married to the guy. She wasn't happy with the guy. And yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting, along with some other things. So yeah.
No, I'll do a reading.
Oh, see, now that intrigues you, huh?
Well, I mean, I would be shocked if she got anything that wasn't. I would be shocked if she got anything specific for me.
Well, some things is not necessarily specific, and then also too,
Well,
I recognize that I'm very spiritually aware, and I'm able to kind of make connections quicker than most people. To myself, and I understand that sometimes we repeat, like, if you do believe in past lives, like you repeat that cycle within your life, and sometimes it's within your life through like your mother or your father. In some ways it's not directly you, but because you are of and from your parents, the story becomes a part of you, your beingness.
Yeah.
And I'm completely aware of that fact. So some people will get these readings and some things will be like, yeah, that doesn't hit for me. And some things will.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you're even open to it, because I would think you'd be like, no.
Well, I mean, it would take me a lot to get on board. It wouldn't take you a lot, but it just have to be some type of narrow lane of accuracy.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what blocks you have, like what chakra blocks you have and stuff like that. And so another part of the reading that I'm going to do, she also does it when it comes to like her business, like your business. And so she'll, we haven't done that yet. So I'm interested to kind of do that. So I don't know. So that was most of my morning, for the most part.
It sounds like you had a busy morning.
I did have a busy morning. I did.
Yeah, I slept.
Well, you probably had a busy night, right?
Yeah. It'll sleep over.
Oh, you sound so excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I thought we could talk a little bit about cancel culture, because it just doesn't sit well with me. And I'm curious to know your take on what it is, why we're in this weird, seemingly paradigm of people feeling the need to cancel people. And is that a good thing to like want to cancel people, in your opinion?
I don't think it's a weird paradigm. We've always done it. It's called mob rule.
Yeah.
But I think it's very interesting that somebody who is not basically liked says something and people don't like it, big shocker. And then they yell out, well, I'm being canceled. You've already been canceled. Nobody likes you. If nobody likes you,
that's always
there is nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to cancel. Yeah, there's nothing to cancel.
So essentially, they haven't really been canceled. They're just trying to hop on the.
Nobody cares. Nobody has ever cared. But because of the internet, people who have opinions that majority of people do not care about or whatever, they keep pushing these views, and the same people keep saying, we don't care. And then they go, oh my God, they're trying to cancel me. Man, shut up.
I have seen that. That's a very interesting.
Yeah,
it's like, not what cancel culture is. Like, they're confused.
Well, it's a lot of Republicans that are screaming about cancel culture, and they're taking these very obscure angles on things, and they're not being 100% genuine. Like the whole Dr. Seuss thing.
Oh yeah, the books that they have pulled from the shelf.
Yeah. So Fox News, and it's still running. It's because they don't have very much.
They're still talking about that.
Yeah, they're still talking about it because it has legs, and it's the only thing that really.
That's interesting that it has legs. That's the only thing they can have a conversation about that's newsworthy.
Well, now it's, I guess Biden fell walking up some steps or something.
Yeah, that was a little bit. That was a little bit like, what's going on with you, man? And they said it was the wind.
I've done that. You
can't
tell me nobody's done that. Everybody's done that. They just, they're acting like Donald Trump was this healthy dude. Remember after he ran up the steps after he got a COVID shot? He talking about he was healthy, he was good. He ran up those steps. Remember that he was up there gasping like a fish? Remember that?
I didn't watch it, but I heard.
Like, man, what you doing? And he's probably one of the fattest presidents we've ever had. I mean, it was just totally out of shape. But anyway.
He was the most unhealthiest
in
so many ways, not just physically, But yeah.
Yeah, he was on the Bill Clinton diet. 2 Big Macs and a Diet Coke.
I mean, Bill Clinton was hitting that diet hard though. And he paid the
Oh
price because
yeah.
didn't he have like a heart
Or yeah. Yeah, a couple of them.
surgery? Didn't he have to have
I
like
think.
heart surgery or something?
Yeah, he had a couple of them.
Hmm.
But anyway.
So Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, that was Dr. Seuss. Um, so anybody who read anything and had some type of brain cell in their head would see that Fox News has led you again. They were not canceled.
What, Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, Dr. Seuss estate came out and said, look, there's a couple of books that we are not really crazy about. So we're not going to publish those books anymore.
Right.
And all of a
Kudos to
sudden
them
now,
for taking a stand as well. That says a lot.
So all of a sudden now it's, well, cancel culture is taking over. Like, no, they haven't. The man's family said, look, we're not going to put some of these books out because we don't feel comfortable. There might be a book in there that I've read the titles and I have not read. They're pretty obscure books that nobody reads. But anyway.
I read the Mulberry Street one and I understand why they pulled that one.
Yeah. I mean, there's
lack of inclusion.
The same thing they did with Mark Twain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In Mega Jam. They changed that. So I mean,
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind. There's a lot of writing by authors that are celebrated that do not. And people say, "Well, that was the time."
And it was the time, but
well, it doesn't mean it was correct.
Right. Exactly. I agree.
It doesn't mean it was correct, but yeah, I mean, we've always done that. Hell, they even censor the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and you can probably guess who did that. What's it called? The New Life? What is it called? New Life version? Have you read that book?
No.
He
said, Wait, what's the difference?
No. Everything. It's soft.
Is that the one they say that it oversimplifies it and waters it down?
It's very.
It's like they said it's the Cliff Notes version of the Bible, I think is what they call that one.
I wouldn't even give it that. It's just straight up lying. It's just straight up lying. It kind of it's a real softer version of the Bible. The Bible's not supposed to be soft.
It was a rated G version.
The Bible, well, it's a version that makes it easier for the palate of somebody who's interested in becoming a Christian.
That just does them such a disservice because they're not getting the full truth around the stories that are in the Bible. Because one of the things I appreciate about the Bible is that it's one of the few books that's really honest and inclusive. They have like prostitutes and murderers. They share all these different stories of those times and the people and the cast of characters. So you miss those valuable lessons.
Yeah.
So are they calling what would I wonder what they would call the prostitutes? Are they calling them something else?
I can't remember. But Leviticus was funny.
Yeah,
everything in Leviticus was basically rewritten except for the one. Man shall not sleep with man. That's the only thing in the Bible they left original. Everything else changed.
Well, that's a
You know.
convenient thing to leave in the Bible, don't you think?
Yeah, I remember talking to one person. He was telling me they were talking about some other employee or something, and he was like, "Well, he's going to hell." And I looked at him. I said, "Well, you going to hell too?" He's like, "No, I'm not." I said, "Yes, you are."
Just by stating
I said,
that.
"I said, have you read Leviticus?" And he looked at me like I wasn't supposed to know that. He looked at me. He was like, yeah." I said, "No, you haven't." He said, "Yes, I have." Tell me I'm not reading my Bible. I said, "I can tell you're not reading. You might be reading, but you're not paying attention." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I see that you have on cotton pants and a polyester shirt. You going to hell."
I'm sure that he was like, what?
He had no idea what I was talking about. He thought I was playing. I was like, "No, it's in the Bible. It's right after that little verse you just quoted, that man shall not sleep with pain. Read it."
What does it say?
It says that basically you cannot wear a garment made of two separate materials.
See, all the stylists that are like, you don't mix brand names are like, yes, yes.
Not brand name. I'm talking about.
I
I'm talking
know.
about. Yeah, I'm talking about
Fibers.
materials. It also says that your neighbors can kill your children. They can stone your children. It also says that when women are in their menstrual cycle, they are not supposed to be in the house. They have to be kicked out and out there for a week.
Honestly, I would have no
And,
problem with propping up in a red tent. Have you heard
and we're
about
not
red
even
tent?
supposed. Yeah, and you're not even supposed to be talking to them. It's a whole bunch of things about how to what type of food to eat,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of crops to grow and don't grow. It gets pretty deep. But a lot of people just say, hey,
They just kind of ignore it.
yeah,
They
we don't
pick
really
and
look up stuff.
choose.
But that one part, you're like, man, you all go to hell.
I mean, if you think about it, we all are going to hell. I'm going to hell right now because I'm wearing a cotton and polyester blend
Exactly.
sweater. Like, what
And
am
that's
I
what
gonna
I'm saying.
do?
But people are quick to say, well, I believe in Jesus and I'm gonna get to heaven because I believe in Jesus. Well, if you believe in Jesus, then you believe in the word in the Bible. They're one and the same. Just because Jesus forgave your sins does not mean that you're not going to hell. You still have to live by the Bible. You still have to live by the good book.
You're preaching.
Well, I'm just saying.
Is it? Oh, look at your shirt though. You have a shirt that says "Celebrating 40 Years Northview Church."
Yeah, it was the only one that wasn't wrinkled.
Oh, okay.
Because Aaron folded clothes. That child is terrible at folding clothes.
What child is good at folding clothes?
No, I got like 4 pair of pants.
That does not want to fold clothes. Does she willingly want to fold clothes?
No.
So why do you expect her to fold them in an appropriate way?
Why do I have 4 pair of pants on one hanger?
I just love her so much.
And they're all bunched up.
I just love her so much.
Like what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? These heavily wrinkled pants.
She is tamed compared to how you were as a child. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, I know.
You dodged a huge amount of round of ammunition there, buddy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I dodged a bullet. Anyway, we done gone off on
Dr. Seuss, cancel culture.
So basically,
cancel culture.
So basically, he just canceled the book. He said they're not reprinting. And that flipped to.
But is that canceling the book though?
No.
I think it's just so interesting that they are using that terminology. Let's talk about what is cancel culture, because I have seen people that have been canceled and it's just like, dang, okay. Because I always feel my opinion on cancel culture is that it's toxic and it doesn't allow people to become better human beings. We're not perfect, and I think we have to be careful trying to cancel people that say things that are or they behave in a way that's not appropriate, whether it's from cultural standards, expectations, and norms, all that great stuff. But I feel like we have to allow the space for people to learn to be better, and that doesn't allow it to happen.
Most people who
and we're so quick to cancel. I think cancel culture allows people to not have difficult conversations. That's why so many people are like, oh, well, you're canceled. It's like, okay, but it doesn't resolve anything. Like nothing's been resolved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nothing new. It's the same old stuff. And, I mean, I'm not shocked. I mean, we didn't cancel folks ever since people have had an opinion. The cancel culture has always existed. I think what makes it more prominent now is that you can actually see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can physically see it. You can see somebody in Idaho say they don't like you. Before, you couldn't see that. But you were already canceled. You were already canceled.
You just didn't know.
You just didn't know. You just didn't know.
Have the online validation of that cancellation letter.
Exactly. So I think cancel culture has always existed and is always going to be here. I think most people, when you have a group of people that say they don't like you, most people, if they want not to get canceled, I think most people need to say, you know what, you're right, I screwed up, I need to do better. Any suggestions from anybody? Most people don't do that. Most people say, cancel me, I didn't do anything wrong. Bobby did something worse. No, I mean, that just exacerbate things. Or trying to explain yourself or the situation. Nobody cares. Nobody cared about you from the get-go. Who's the most recent cancel culture victim? Who was that? Outside of Dr. Seuss, which is a bunch of bullshit. It wasn't cancel culture.
No, that was just like, yeah, we don't want to do that anymore.
Well, you remember
how dare you change your mind about something? Just cancel you altogether. Like, that's not cancel culture at all. And that's the most confusing thing is it's like, okay, I feel like we need to re-educate you on what cancel culture is, because what you defined it as is not. It's like they have a different dictionary.
Well, yeah, because it suits them.
A convenient dictionary.
Because this is what kills me though. And I'm smart, and I peep game. I'm not dumb. But this version of cancel culture that Fox News kind of puts out there is them. They're that version of cancel culture. And have been for the last 10, 12 years. They have done that.
It's an interesting perspective. I never considered.
They have done that.
But
because
in some ways they have, yeah.
It amazes me how they project who they are onto their supposed enemies. It's amazing to me.
It's just a reflection of the deepest things that they don't like about themselves. Because I have come to find out that when you have like such a visceral reaction in that way, it's not about me. It is no longer about me. It's all about you and something that you need to go.
Yeah. There's something that you don't. Yeah, there's something about yourself you don't like. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
No, that's like I got a friend of mine, you know him, and I've always said he was gay, but he's married and got kids.
I know this friend. What?
Yeah,
Are
you
you
know him.
sure?
Yes, you do.
I just have
And
not picked up on that. Is that what it is?
you know, you I think you picked up on it. I think you just haven't heard his name in a long time. But
Oh, okay. It's that type
yeah,
of friend. Okay. I'm like going through the current friend list like,
yeah.
ooh.
So I've always kind of known. I've heard stories and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
there's stories. Wow.
yeah, and then but then I got some validation
Oh, I
from
know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
Birthday party.
yeah. And I got yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So uh so I got some credible validation from this one person. And I was like, well, I mean, I already kind of knew it. But anyway, it amazes me on how anti-gay he is
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
when he has family that's gay.
Oh, he
He
does.
yes, he
And
has
he has
he
very
has
strong.
two he has two siblings that are gay.
That is
There's only three siblings.
so all three of them are gay. It's just two are out openly.
No, one of them's not openly because one that did come out got disowned by the family.
Is that a bad thing?
So one
Well,
confessed
I
that
take that
he
back. I can't say that. I know what it's like to
well,
be disowned from your family. So
yeah.
yeah.
So one has been disowned. The other one has told him that he was gay, but don't tell nobody. So
Oh,
he's
so
in the
none of them are
closet.
out. So none of them are out.
No,
Oh
no.
my lord.
So he got married at a very young age. He got married to the most not a very attractive person. Because I guess he was an easy target, I guess. But
Right, yeah.
trying to have kids and all this other stuff just to prove
Assimilate.
to
Hmm.
yeah, try to prove to his father that he's not. But he is.
And his dad
He
probably
is.
knows. That's got to be interesting though, that all your siblings are they identify as queer.
Yeah.
And then
Something
the
in the water.
family doesn't really.
Well, that's another projection
So does
because
the
the
family?
father,
So how is the
so
father?
the father, I mean, his father, put it this way, his father told him one time after he met me, oh, he's a nice one. I kind of like him. He's not bad at all. Like, what? That kind of lets you know what type of
Oh,
person he
black
is.
person. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. But
Wow. Okay.
they're projecting onto their kids their issues.
Right.
So why would you care as long as they're healthy? I think they're Jehovah's Witnesses or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's like the ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah, which I
That's
don't understand why.
really that's really bad in that.
And there's so many other things that are worse.
Is that a
But
religion? Is that even a religion? Is that considered a
uh,
religion? Is it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a cult. It's a cult.
I mean, a lot of religious organizations are cultish or have cult-like tendencies. They really
Well,
do.
yeah, yeah, because they have mechanisms in order to uh trick people into the faith, and then once they get in, they institutionalize.
Yeah, that's a really good
Yeah.
way of putting it.
So Mormons is a cult. Sorry, it's a cult.
That is such
Um,
a. Have you seen that Mormon what is it? That murder docu series on Netflix?
yeah,
Have you
I've
seen it? Is
actually
it worth
seen.
seeing it?
It's pretty good.
Okay,
It's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
watch it then.
But the audacity of people to think that Mormons are capable of doing that stuff is stupid. They're
Yeah,
human.
that they're human. Yeah. It's like they are
They're
trying
greedy.
to have this perception that they're these super human, ultra godly centric type of
Yeah.
people. And that's that's just
Yeah. You don't.
impossible because humans are imperfect, as you said.
Yeah. You don't build a throne person to sit on and think there's not going to be any greed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just stupid. But anyway, uh,
Well, I'm sorry
but
to
yeah, a
hear
lot
your
of it,
friend
Kim
is
culture.
struggling coming out. That's just really
Yeah.
sad. And I know that if I was to be someone that was like queer, that I know I have a family that would be like, okay, but that's not my truth or my reality.
No.
And so I
But
always
but
feel bad for like my friends whose family just, it's like, no, they disown them. It's heartbreaking because it's
well,
like it shouldn't matter who they're sexually attracted to as long as they're good people.
I have another friend um, who has a daughter who came out as gay, and her mother disowned her.
How old is she?
With the daughter,
The daughter.
she's in her 20s.
Hmm.
You know it. You know her too.
How
You
do
know
I
her
know
too.
all these people?
You know. You know the mother. You know the mother. I'll tell you offline. But uh, her
Oh,
mother basically disowned her and told her that she was going to hell and all this other stuff. Which led to events that led up to her.
self-harming herself.
Uh, I can't remember if she shot herself or she got shot by police.
Oh my gosh. I so was not expecting
Yeah.
that part.
Well, because
That's
she
the
met
saddest
somebody.
thing about it. She met somebody. Mm-hmm.
She met somebody and they broke up, and she just took it really hard, and she didn't have anybody to talk to about it because I think this was like her first
Right.
real meaningful relationship, and she didn't have anybody she could go to. She couldn't go to her mom.
So what it sounds like is that she was still kind of like the abandonment and rejection that she had experienced with her mother. She carried that into her relationship.
Yeah, but and there were some other issues. I believe she was in the military and she got discharged
Oh, she
for
had
something.
PTSD.
No, she had some type of
She may have
medical.
PTSD.
She had a medical issue, and she got discharged. I think she tried to get to the police too, and they wouldn't take her.
So it's some
So
depression.
she felt a lot of rejection, and she
Yeah.
didn't have anybody there to talk to.
To kind of remind her that she's wanted and worthy
Right.
and
So
needed on this planet.
so
Yeah.
she put all that in one basket
Mm,
for this other person, and then when they broke up, she couldn't handle it.
yeah.
And they so
Hard.
bad. This was on Facebook Live,
Oh my gosh.
and my wife, and she was just talking. She was talking about her whole story,
Hmm.
and
It's just so sad.
so Lori was like, hey, you need to look at this. And I was looking on it, and I messaged her. I said, look, we can talk. Just put the gun down and call me. I knew she had my number, so just call me. But
Sometimes when you're to that point, you're just so checked out.
Yeah, because I told her, I said, look, I don't come get you right now. She lives in a totally another state. I was like, I'll come get you right now.
Right, because you care about.
I
You
would,
genuinely don't want to see someone struggling unnecessarily like that.
well,
Because you care about
well,
people. You have compassion in
yeah,
that way.
yeah, because I mean,
You know what it's
her
like to
mother
be
was,
rejected by a parent.
yeah, and her mother was a single mother and she was struggling. So I would spend time with her. I was that,
Oh, so you guys had that type of relationship.
yeah, ever since she was young. I've
Oh,
known her ever since
okay.
she's basically a baby.
So it's deeper than just you just have
Yeah,
general compassion for people. Like you actually know
I
her.
I know her, and what made what made me and Lori mad was the fact that how in the world can two people who are not her family accept her more than her mother?
But you know what? I've come to realize just through my own lack of having a father around is that I've realized that God, He provides other people in your life that can serve and fill that role. But
Yeah, you can build your
sometimes
own
we
family.
don't have, sometimes we're so deep in the trauma tied to that parent not being there and wanting that parent that we can't even see that we have what we need. We have all of what we need. So much
Well,
more than what our parent could ever give us.
well, I think you
Happens all the
have
time. It really
you
does.
have you have the psychological stuff too, as far as a parent not wanting you.
Yeah.
That I mean, it is like Frankenstein. It's like Frankenstein's monster in a way
That's
because
innate in you as a child. That's like an
yeah,
innate in it's an instinctual thing to want to because you
yeah,
see it in babies, they're always trying to get their parents' attention.
yeah. Because for a really long time during their early development, their parents are the most important people in the world to them. They depend on
Yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, no matter how bad your child is, when they grow up or whatever, how old they get, or whatever, they always will depend on you, whether you talk to
Mm-hmm.
them or not.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
will always have that drive to depend on you. That is nature.
Yeah.
But you gotta learn to cut some of that stuff out. You gotta let it go. Just because somebody helped create you doesn't mean they're the best for you. Now there's a business term called, I know it's gonna sound weird, but it's called birthers. Birthers are people who are really good at starting businesses. They're
Mm-hmm.
just really good at it, just have a total knack for it. Come up with the idea, putting a team together, putting a
Mm-hmm.
product and all that. They're really good at that. But they are terrible at daily operations.
Yes, they
They just can't
are.
run it.
Yeah.
They just can't run it. And you have a lot of parents out there like that. They're great at making babies, but they are terrible.
At raising them and taking care of them.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, being
terrible at the day to
parents.
day stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible at it. And some of them, I'm not saying all of them are falling under an umbrella, but some of them it's their fault. Some of them it's not their fault. Some of them are just not built that
Yeah.
way. But shame on you for not understanding who you truly are. If you know that you're not good at parenting, stop having kids. Just stop it. Because it
Yeah.
don't get no better.
I
And
think
don't think, well, I'm gonna
think
have another
after
one
the
and I'm
first
gonna do this one
one,
better.
yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
But sometimes you think that you will get it right because of the person that you're having the child with or the family that they have as well.
That is
People
ego.
create people create different stories to support their behavior, and you're right, it's very egoic. It
Yeah,
is.
it's your ego. It's ego. It's fear. It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes
It's
into that.
even that
Making it really
fear goes
bad
back
too.
to the ego. It all goes back
Yeah.
to the ego.
So, um, So veering back onto the cancel culture thing, I think certain people on the right are this is their new Antifa. This is their new liberals. This is their new communists. This is their new socialism, cancel culture. It's just another term that they like. They throw it out a lot and it's gaining momentum. But it is nothing new. It's always been there. It's just now you can actually see that people don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and it, and I would say this: it's like having an argument with anybody. There is a moment where you can either turn it around or stop it. But most people are idiots because
Like
they put
cancel
stuff
culture?
on.
You mean being
Well,
canceled?
arguing with people, yeah, they'll
Oh yeah, yeah,
supposedly
yeah.
be a cancel. There is a moment where you have the ability to turn it around. But with the internet, you don't get to see most of the immediate responses, so you don't know. So my thing is this: if you live by the internet, you're gonna die by the internet.
Hmm.
I mean, there's people out there, say like the Hodgson twins.
Who are they?
uh,
The two black girls?
they're no the two black twins,
Yeah, they're
the
like
guys,
where they're from. They got like short hair and kind of stout.
muscular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
from Indiana?
No, they're from Florida.
Okay, I knew they were from one of those
Yeah, they're from Florida.
problematic states, quote unquote.
Yeah. They've been canceled a long time ago, but they're just now really saying they've been, cancel culture's come after them. They beat them. No, yeah, they haven't beat anybody. Nobody likes you. They
Somebody
don't
does.
like you. Candace Owens, very few people. Um, it's and this is, and this would be something that we'll talk about next episode. Is
Yeah, because I want to talk about Stacey Dash and her coming
oh
back
God,
around. I think this is a really
yeah,
interesting conversation to have. Um,
Stacey Dash. Well, she found out. Well, she tried to play the game.
yeah, she did.
She tried to play the game that Candace Owens is playing right now. A lot of these so-called Black Republicans, they're all garbage. They're all opportunistic. Uh,
They used the hell out of Stacey.
yes,
They
and they
did.
chewed her up and spit her out.
They did.
And she's whatever she thought she was gonna get out of it, she didn't get it.
Yeah.
So now she's pissed. So now she's like telling everybody, "Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean half the things I said. I was angry. Blah blah blah." No,
Maybe
sugar
she
booger.
really was, because I mean, I'm sure
No,
they flamed
no,
the fire.
no. Half the crap she said that came out of her mouth, she knew was straight up bull, but she ran with it anyway because
Well,
she knew
she
that the
does have to
people
be held accountable for her words. Yeah.
that because she knew the people that were listening would believe her. So no, she's full of crap. All any type of Black Republican, Tim Scott, come on, man. When he was up there during a speech, what's his name? Senator Hatch, I think his name is. When he was going down the line after he gave some kind of speech, nothing but white folks, and Jim Scott was the one black senator. Um, he was going down, shaking everybody's hand, and when he got to Tim Scott, he wouldn't shake his hand. Right then, I would say, you know what? I'm out.
Oh, because he was black. That's why he didn't shake his hand.
But
That's what they're speculating.
but I said, well, that's what I'm speculating because he was the only black guy there. You shaking everybody's hand, else's hand except for his. And you knew,
The
and the
optics
dude knew.
would lean that way. Yeah.
He knew what the optics were. He knew it. Even if he didn't like this dude, he should have known. You know what? He's the only black dude here. I'm gonna shake his hand. Like, and he didn't do that. He didn't do it. Like, and you still toting the line. Man, get out of here. But those people have been canceled a long time ago. They've been canceled a long time ago. This ball, Rush Limbaugh, a lot of people say, oh, he's the most, you know, popular, you know, talk show host. No, he wasn't. Not even close. Most people didn't like Rush Limbaugh. I'm talking about his approval rating amongst Americans is like what? Basically like Donald Trump's numbers were 35, 36%. But no, nobody liked Rush Limbaugh. He was a hypocrite too.
That's
One of the biggest hypocrites.
high. That's still
Yeah.
high. I
But
don't ever recall listening to his commentary. I just didn't like his energy.
not worth it.
I
Not
didn't
worth
like
it.
his energy. He reminded me of
Well,
a slave owner that would sneak into the slave quarters and rape the women for entertainment purposes.
Well, the thing about Rush Limbaugh is when he first started, this is back in what, the early 90s, I think, maybe in late 80s, I can't remember. Is really when he kind of rose to fame. He was, and all these people on Fox News have all started out basically the same way. They've all started out middle of the road. You know, they complaining about Republicans, they complain about Democrats. But they watch very closely on what the ratings were, how many people were watching per segment. Well, you get more people who watch you when you say stuff bad about Democrats. Oh, okay, so that's my bread and butter.
So it's just for numbers.
Yeah. So all that stuff, it's a form of cancel culture. They are basically leaders of cancel culture. But yet cancel culture is coming for them. I have news for you. You've already been canceled. You've been canceled a long time ago. So to stand up now and say the internet's trying to, like Tucker Carlson, you know, they're trying to cancel culture is coming come after me. No, you've already been canceled, man. You've been canceled a long time ago. You know when he got canceled? I can tell you the day he got canceled. The day he got canceled is when they interviewed Bill Clinton. And he tried a bunch of gotcha questions with Bill Clinton.
Ooh, not Bill.
And Bill Clinton handing him his butt. And you didn't see Tucker Carlson on TV for a while after that. I don't know if he got fired or what happened. I'm not 100% sure. But Bill Clinton did a number on that dude.
Yeah, I think Bill Clinton is like, he's a beast when it comes to like having conversations. Like you could tell he was like the head of the debate team if he was ever going to be on one. Yeah.
I think he was.
I'm not surprised.
I think he was. But the thing about Bill Clinton, he's smart, but he's stupid at the same time. The problem with Bill Clinton, he thought he was smarter than everybody else.
Distract Bill Clinton, okay?
Well, he thought he was smarter than everybody else.
And shiny things.
You
can't talk about the shiny things.
What kind of smart person thinks you're going to get away with stuff in the White House? Not.
I think a lot of people think you're the president and you just have all this power and authority. You're right. And I think a lot of people don't realize like that's the least authoritative position in the federal government. Just the head of state.
At least.
You literally are the head. That's it.
Yeah.
Your figure.
The most powerful person is whoever is controlling the Senate.
Yeah, that's annoying too, as well. Very
annoying. Well, that's your most powerful person in the United States.
Yeah, it is.
As far as government goes.
Yeah. True.
But the most powerful person is whoever donates the most money.
Okay.
Whoever donates the most money is the most powerful person in the world.
This is why I stick with my non-political realm of stuff.
Yeah. But
all right. Well,
I think cancel culture has just basically become a political football.
At this point, they have.
And but you know, at the same time, you cannot separate cancel culture from with Beyonce's with Beehive.
Oh my God, they would come so hard for you.
Oh boy,
I mean,
you better not.
They would come for Beyonce if Beyonce went to the left, you know?
Oh yeah, they don't. And
they do more than cancel. They destroy people.
They blow it up. Harry Styles fans same way. I think somebody tried to. I think it was Candace Owens. Probably. Who said something about Harry Styles about. I guess he did some kind of GQ cover and then we wore a dress. Oh, we wore a dress,
yeah.
And
which was so tone deaf.
This is where masculinity is, and
that was so tone deaf. Yeah,
they were after, and then she posted a picture of her baby. Woo, Harry Styles people went at her. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has postpartum depression because they were like, I feel sorry for that baby to have a mother like you. Like, dang. I mean that. I don't care who you are. That's gonna hurt. I guarantee you, she went to bed that night and several nights after that crying.
Wow,
that hurt.
But leave the babies alone, people.
No, she had no business putting that baby out there in the first place.
Leave the babies alone. Leave the babies alone.
She knew what she was doing, but her level of risk management is lacking. I never would have. If I was Candace Owens, I would never post any pictures of my family anywhere.
No, especially not.
Period. Point blank. No. Because now that's out there forever. So don't think for 1 minute that your child is never gonna see that in his lifetime. He's gonna see it.
Dang, I didn't know that they came for her child.
Oh man.
But that's crazy. Cancel culture. So what we're saying is that you need to get you a tribe of people that have your back, that you just politely stand to the side and be like, okay, and I will bring in my team.
Well, what I'm saying is cancel culture has always existed. It's nothing new. It's just now you can actually see people say they don't like you, people who already didn't like you. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's all in your response. Your response is what makes the news.
I think people have the right to say what they like and what they don't like.
No, they can say whatever they want to because they're going to anyway. So whether if it's right or if it's a right or not a right, it don't matter. People are gonna have their own opinion.
Yeah, opinions are neither right or wrong.
Yeah. Opinions. But two things, and let me add on that is one. Well, first, let me lead off with this one. One, what did you do? If it's egregious enough, then yeah. What do you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, there's some things that some people that got canceled. It's like you should have been canceled a long time ago.
Yes, you're gonna get canceled.
You've been living on the grace of plenty of things and entities for quite some time.
Like Meghan Markle, when she came out. So this big anti-cancel culture group went out and tried to cancel culture, but it didn't really work because
that's just a waste.
Nobody really cared about
her my opinion.
Yeah. Because majority, like every black person, every person of color knows exactly what she's talking about. And she didn't really say how she really felt. She really didn't say what we all know to be true.
I think she just,
That
I
because
think she was too afraid.
no. Basically, what it is something that we cannot describe. We can't
That
describe it.
too, because you can see like it just wells. There's no words for it.
No, you just like
there's no words or expression.
every person of color has been in that situation where you know, like, okay, this.
Your face
you ever
right
mom,
now.
Yeah, you ever see mama do that?
Yeah, I saw her do it this morning.
That's that feeling.
Like,
I mean, you can't, like, you just know. It's like a fish out of water. You just know. Fish don't know what's going on, but they know, hey, something ain't right. And every person of color has been in that situation. And if you're telling me you haven't, you're lying. You're lying.
all right, then. On that note, we're just gonna wrap it up.
All righty. That's granddad coming out of me a little bit. Yeah, granddad.
You've been working on it. That's okay. That's why you're tired. You spent all last night working on your intro and outro. So I'll give it to you.
Okay,
great conversation as always.
Oh, you know it. You know it. So I'm really looking for next week. I'm gonna have me a list. We're gonna go down the whole list.
Of what list?
Those Black Republicans.
I don't even know, like 3.
I don't know, a whole bunch of them. You know all of them. You just don't know their names because you don't care.
I think the last part, like, I don't really care.
Because they've already been canceled. That's my point.
Okay, maybe we'll have one segment. I don't know that we should have a whole podcast.
Oh, we can go in deep. I mean, the backstory on some of these people is so obvious. It is so obvious. And it just amazes me that people choose not to look at the obvious and just put them out there. The whole Stacey Dash thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll see how next week goes.
Woo!
But good combo this week.
Yep. Well, I want to thank everybody for listening this week. I do appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. And we might, maybe not this.
We're gonna have a guest before the season ends.
Yeah.
We'll put that out because we're almost wrapping up the season.
Yeah. And I wanna have a special guest do our show.
Okay. Do I know this person?
You've heard me talk to him, but I don't think you've ever. You heard me talk about him, but I don't think you've ever met him.
Oh, okay.
I know you haven't, but I think you're gonna love him.
Okay.
I think you're gonna love him. Very, very talented brother.
Well, something to look forward to.
And friends with Boris Kojo.
Yay.
You don't even know who Boris Kojo is.
Yes, I do. And I actually know what he's in right now. So
okay.
He's in Station 19. He's married to his wife that has my name.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'll let you slide on this. All right. You know your Boris Kojo then.
Yeah, I know who he is. That's the extent of my Boris Kojo knowledge. But all right, bye everybody.
Bye. Y'all be safe.